Welcome back, everybody, to CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks holding on to the football as we jump into the action in quarter number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shoot.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
First down, Jacksonville.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 3rd, drop to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
To DeAndre Hopkins.
The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 5 catches, 68 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is number 1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by Hollister. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Seahawks 7, Jaguars.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. He'll find Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Derrick Henry. There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
For the extra point.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 11. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They run with Taylor. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
14 on the play.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flush to his right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run with a former Bulldog. It's the rookie DeAndre Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
At the 22-yard line.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught directly over him. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. 26 yards on the play there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
So a definite surprise there. They try the fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now here's a throw that's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 4-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They go play action now. Wilson. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Wilson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Darren Waller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Kicker on for the
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. Our defense coordinator said,
and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Jaguars.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
Steps away to his left. This is caught.
And the Seahawks are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
Is good.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Jacksonville.
They'll look to throw here. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
49, incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now this throw caught left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Jaguar first down.
Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Gain of 33 yards on the
33 yards that time.
Jaguars.
Get ready. Get ready. Play 50.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
They have the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back now in Seattle, Washington. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jacob Hollister, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. I mean, they'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st down.
56,
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. Here it comes.
That's caught by Hollister. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw again.
Connection made with Chenault.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A first down carry for Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
A gain of 9.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
47 to Mike, 47. Check.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A big gain of 38 there on third down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
This is Chenault on the receiving end.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll run with Henry. Room here to run. Henry all alone, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match